Hello guys, welcome back to Bad Beats CCG. Today we got Jeff showcasing a spicy deck list that he played against me in a free Facebook tournament, scoring him that 2-0 victory. I'm just going to hand it over to Jeff, and he's going to show us what he got for us today.
Hey everybody. Yeah, thanks Tommy. Really appreciate you having me. It's exciting to do this. I've always wanted to make a deck profile video, so this is pretty exciting. But I'll go ahead and get into it. So I'm playing a combination of like a half blue, half yellow control deck. For example, I got the Gomamon, right? I also got the Leomon to give me some additional memory to help me with anything I need to, as well as the other level threes that are needed in the deck. I also like to play the Wind Played level fives of the yellow, right? Because I can evolve in my raising area, right? Stick with the lower half of the deck, just level two, level three, level four is blue, right? And then I do level fives, level sixes with the yellow, right? So I got the wind plate effects, especially Magna Angemon, and I'll go in and talk a little bit more when I go through the cards themselves and the Misty Mon. And then as far as my level sixes go, right, I got a Slash Angemon and a Kentoris Mon. And I'll start with Slash Angemon here. Slash Angemon, great card. It's I don't want to admit how much I like this card, especially with the 8,000 power, but man, it's awesome. Kentoris Mon, great card. So, yep. So the idea of this deck was that I was in the Facebook group, and I remember seeing when VT1 first started kind of coming out over Japan, and yellow blue control was kind of one of the big things at the time. And so I was really interested, especially because you could see the combination with Kaiser Nail, right? So those who don't know, Kaiser Nail in the blue starter deck, right, will take a separate card. So if I have this out on my field, right, I play a Kaiser Nail for 4. I separate the Magna Angemon. I get a recovery +1 for only a cost of 4. So I started off playing, 4 of this, trying to go for that. It ended up not working as well as I wanted, so I made some changes. So I'm going to go ahead and play out the list now if you guys want. So I'll start with the level twos, our babies here, right? We got Upamon. Now I only play 4. You can play 5. Like if you want to, you could do the Wanyamon, the level 2 that no one actually really wants to put in their deck, in my opinion. But I just like to play 4 because I've noticed most of my games end before I get the 5th level 2 out, and there's no need, especially when I'm trying to be as consistent as possible, to just play the Upamon. So I love the free draw. I'm able to get it a good chunk of the time. So that's my level 2. Oops, up the camera there. I'm sorry, everybody. See if I can get that fixed real quick. All right. Sorry about that. Then we'll go into our level 3s. So I'm playing 15 level 3s, and this was a very tough decision for me. At first, I couldn't decide what to do because I have so many different cards in yellow and blue. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do, but I ended up deciding to think about it as not necessarily a rookie rush deck, but having a lot of the elements of the rookie rush, which is so powerful, especially with blue. So I play 4 of the Gomamon, the evolution, the inherited skill on deletion, gain +1 memory. So there is nothing more satisfying than pairing that with that Leomon, swinging at the security. It gets destroyed, but you get +3 memory. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So I go ahead and I play 4 of those. We'll go ahead and put those up there. Okay. And then my next level 3s, blue has some good choices. Like my first reiteration of the deck, I was playing the Mon, which is a 1 cost to evolve, which I noticed was really taxing on me, right? To being able to have a level 3 that pays for 1. So instead, I decided to go with the Gabumon because there's many times where in this deck I do not have enough draw power, right? Whether I can't consistently get my level 3s, whatever's happening. So having the additional draw power from this is awesome. So I go ahead and play a 4 full of those. My next level 3, I'm sure everybody knows this card by now, especially for those that have been following the game for a little bit. I mean, you're talking the perfect vanilla, right? Your 2 costs, 0, no skills. Blackmon, gotta play that. And then for my last 3, I play 3 more of the Gomamon. Again, same thing, same vanilla, 3,000 power, 2 cost to play, 0 to evolve. And the reason why I play 3 of this, instead of 3 of that and 4 of this is I already have 4 Gomamons. And in case I ever have to have the Omnimon matchup or anything like that, that keeps me safe. So that way I'm not all with the same name or whatever. Okay. And now level fours. I'm sure you guys are gonna be surprised, and I am too, especially because I'm not playing blockers. But I'm only playing 4 level 4s. I'm playing 4 Leomon. And in our games, Tommy, I was quite surprised how consistently I was getting these because sometimes consistency is my biggest problem. But these, for those who don't know, the Leomon, 5 to play by himself, which is not the end of the world, right? If, for example, I have my Tamer out, gives me 3 memory, I can play one of these and still only give the opponent 2, so I won't give him too much. But it does help me to gain 2 memory. This is great because in yellow, right, playing these 7 costs, right, is so expensive. And sometimes you don't want to give your opponent that much memory that having these can help you just get over the hump. So that way you don't have to give them too much memory to do too much on your turn is really, really helpful. So those are my only level 4s. So besides the options, that's my blue half of the Digimons of the deck. So we'll go ahead and get into the level 5s now. So I'm playing Mistymon. I'm playing 3 copies. Mistymon on play, 2 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for turn. So it's a good card to stop Rookie Rush. It's a good card to stop, your opponent's purple, especially if they got a lot on their side going on. Or if you just have, something pesky you're just trying to get rid of, it's good. But not necessarily the most consistent option. So, but, again, on play effect, that's what I'm going for. That's why it's in the deck. I got 3 of the Magna Angemon. I love this card. Man, I tell you, it's so good. It's so crazy. Like the 7 cost is kind of expensive, but if you work it in with the Gomamon, if you work it in with the Leomon, and of course I play blue, so I'm gonna play Hammer Spark, right? Being able to get the memory that you need to do this, especially and go ahead and recovery 1, it's awesome. Like the game Tommy and I were playing, I was able to use that just to get 1 more security, just to survive 1 more turn, so I can do what I need to do. Now, this may come as a surprise to everyone, but I actually play 4 copies of Sirenmon. Now, Sirenmon, if you look, may not seem that great, right? We're talking about 6,000 power vanilla, not even that powerful. Basically, this is the yellow version of the Groundramon, which you see in a lot of the red Omnimon decks, right? 5 costs. I love that 5 cost because if I have my Tamer, I'm at 3. I can throw this down to set myself up for the next turn playing a level 6, right? And I only give my opponent 2 memory compared to 7 memory, for these 2 level 5s, right? It's also great too because it's really, really easy if I have the Tamer to get to 5 with the Leomon, right? If the Leomon gets destroyed and I get +2 memory, I can then throw a Sirenmon down for 5. I'll be at the 0, right? And then I can then immediately Digivolve into a Kentorosmon or a Slash Angemon, depending on whatever situation I need, right? And we'll go more into this card in a little bit here. But yeah, so when I was thinking about this deck, there are other options that you can make. You can do the Piximon. The Piximon is a 6 cost and it has 9,000 power. It's a great card, especially if you have the Tamer. And if your opponent has a Tamer, what's the big deal if you have 3 memory and you're going to give your opponent 3 memory anyways? Or you could play the Chironmon here. The Chironmon says gain 3 memory, but at the end of the turn, you have to give your opponent 3 memory. So, and he's only 6 to play as well. Not too shabby. Again, I don't personally like this because I don't like giving my opponent any more memory than I have to. And if you'll find with this deck, if you give him too much memory, which is very hard to do with the 7 cost at first glance, right? That your opponent will take full advantage of that. So again, to round up my level 5s, I'm playing 10 yellow level 5s. I got 3 of the Mistymon, 3 of the Magna Angemon, and 4 of the Sirenmon. So let's go to level 6s, shall we? All right, first level 6, I'm playing a full 4 of the Slash Angemon. And wow, again, this is one of those cards when I first saw it, I did not want to admit how much I like it, right? Not that, obviously I love the artwork. Slash Angemon's a cool character, right? But 3 costs to evolve, it's awesome, especially if I got my Tamer. I can usually get this and still do something with him that turn. 8,000 power, it's very, very weak, especially for the level 6. It's the weakest level 6 in the game. I can't think of another single besides the Bancho Stingmon, which will be coming out in a future set that has a power nearly as close as this. This has, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8,000 DP for turn, right? So if you, like I said in the scenario, right, where you sack your Leomon so you can get 2 memory, you throw down the Sirenmon because you're at 5, right? You can then Digivolve into a Slash Angemon, and let's say they attacked with their Omnimon the previous turn. 15,000 minus 8,000 from this, that's 7,000. I can swing and I can remove an Omnimon, right? Sometimes that's not always the case. I don't always get lucky, especially with sometimes, like I said, the biggest problem with this deck is consistency. But being able to do minus 8,000 to take out a blocker, to take out some sort of growing threat on their side, especially if you're playing the red Omnimon or blue Omnimon, and they have either the Groundramon or they have the Monzemon. Both of them are sitting at 6,000 power. So this can take care of that before they can get close to their level 6 or their level 7. And with this deck, you definitely want to be controlling, right? You got to take charge of the situation. You got to see, okay, hey, they might be having an Omnimon coming out soon. They might be doing this. I have to prepare for it. So how do you prepare for it? Well, it just depends on the situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the next level 6 that I play. So I play I got one of the alternate art Kentoros Mons, but I play Kentoros Mon. This is one of those cards that I think they had it in Japan with set one. People would have been blown away, especially with this combination. So this guy's effect is when digivolving, up to 5 of your opponent's Digimon gain security attack -2. This Digimon checks 2 fewer security cards until the end of your opponent's next turn. So if they have an Omnimon on the field, let's say they just Digivolve to that Omnimon, right? And you know that right now, as of right now, 1.0, the Greymon in red and the Wergarurumons in blue are the only way to get additional security attack to the Omnimon. If they happen to get it perfectly like that, you can throw this on a Sirenmon, right? Or any of your other level fives, and all of a sudden that Omnimon won't do any damage, right? So they won't attack with it, right? They won't return the level 6 to their hand to get through their effect, or they won't do anything like that. So this Kentorosmon can temporarily shut down your opponent's field, right? They got a rookie rush coming. You have the Kentorosmon out, or excuse me, you're able to Digivolve into it. You can stop 5 of their Digimon from actually doing any security damage that turn, right? Now, this deck may seem underwhelming at first, right? But it's one of those that I just need to stall one extra turn, however I can, to finish you off with either my level 3s in blue or whatever I have, right? So just when you thought Contorusmon couldn't get any better, it has an on deletion effect. One of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 11,000 DP for the turn. So that minus 11,000 is really, really nice, right? That minus 11,000 can take care of most level sixes in the game currently. It can't take care of the vanillas, right? It won't beat the Phoenix Mon, it won't beat the Plesiommon, it won't beat the Titanmon, won't beat the Machinedramon or the Boltmon, right? In each of their colors. But 11,000 will take out the Metal Garurumon that you may see in the blue or purple or anything with 11,000, right? Or you can use that to take out of a block or whatever. But having this Contorosmon makes it so they have to shift their focus. So you attack the security, the Gaia Force is revealed, right? They're going to have to think about it carefully. Do they really want to let me take out one of their Digimon for minus 11,000 if they target it with the Gaia Force? So great, great card with the Slash Angemon. Really, really great. I was playing the Seraphimon from the BT1 set with the recovery one and having the additional security attack. That's what I was originally doing. I was playing one of those and 3 of these, but I'm telling you, just stay consistent, especially in this game. You got to be as consistent as possible. So just go with the full 4 if you can, or 3 like these. Sometimes it's a tough choice, right? So that's it for the Digimon. So again, I'm going to go ahead and show the next set of cards. So I'm playing 3 Tamers. It would be nice to go to 4. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, why would you want to play 4 Tamers, right? Because sometimes it is a dead card in your hand. You're absolutely right. The TK, though, has saved me. Because this deck, if you ever play it or ever try it, you'll sometimes notice that you don't have enough draw power. You don't have enough cards coming into your hand. You don't have enough of what you need to see. Playing a TK, right, you get to pull a card period. So let's go ahead and read its effects. Start of your turn. If you have 2 or less memory, set your memory to 3. That's awesome. I need that 3 memory. That 3 memory will allow me to Digivolve into Slash Angemon and Kentorosmon and still be able to do something that turn. That 3 memory will let me play a Sirenmon and make sure I only give my opponent 2 memory if they're not playing a Tamer. Sometimes it sucks because if I want to play a Mistymon or an Angemon, if that's my only level 5 that I can throw down, I'll give my opponent 4. But hopefully I can pair it with either a Leomon, a Gomamon, or a Hammer Spark. But let's talk about the other effect. On play, look at your security stack, then reveal 1 card in it and add it to your hand. If that card is yellow, trigger recovery 1, right? So that is a weakness. because I am playing half. I don't know if it's perfectly half, right? But I'm playing blue and yellow, so I could play this and reveal a blue card because that's the only thing that's in my security, right? And that could bite me because of the fact that I don't get to recover. But so far, having this and playing it, I've been able to see at least one yellow card that I pulled that I either need, whether it's a level five because I just wasn't getting my level fives, whether it's a level six I needed to currently stall my opponent, remove a threat on the board, or whatever. This has been a great card. I don't personally think you need to go more than four. It's a tough choice though, but I just did three because again, just of room and constraints and stuff like that. So let's get into options, shall we? So this is some of the interesting part of the deck. I gotta tell you guys, I don't know if any of you have seen this option before, but holy flame, wow, this option is great. So holy flame, it's only a two cost, so it's very very easy to choke out your opponent if you're trying to memory choke them. It's also very easy to pair this with other things in your turn, so you can still go wide with your field, and you can still also play this to stop, right? But we're talking main. One of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -3, right? And then it has a security effect. All of your opponent's Digimon gain security attack -1. So this card, if it's revealed in your security, can totally save you the game. If they have a big wide field and they're trying to attack you for lethal that turn, if you this is revealed, it not only can it save you, right? And then it has the main effect, right? And I was able to use the main effect to buy me more time. Because there's a lot of times in this deck where it's like, oh, if I just had one more turn, if I could just somehow stop one more guy from attacking, that's this right here. This can also stop the Omnimon. This has security attack -3, right? So if they have the Omnimon on the field, they just played it the previous turn, they still have the level 6 under it. You can play this Holy Flame, target the Omnimon, right? As long as it's not in the breeding area, which it probably won't be, right? You can do that and they won't attack with it. There's no need for them to pull the level 6 back. There's no need to declare an attack unless they're purposely trying to attack your guys on the field or whatever. But 9 out of 10 times, they probably won't do that. So this will buy you some extra time and buy you an extra turn. And I play four because I tell you, I am so happy I play four. If you're thinking about building this deck, try four first before you do anything else because you'll see how much this really does save you, right? All right, for my next options, I play obviously probably the most important option in blue right now. Zero cost, gain one memory, hammer spark. You can't beat this card. I mean, like with this deck, I've noticed how many times I need memory, and sometimes when you're playing, especially if you've never played blue before, you'll just want to use your hammer sparks right away to give you as much memory as possible in the turn. But you'll find that there's good moments where you wish you had that. And so as you get more experience playing with the hammer spark, you'll be like, wow, I can really use this to whether I set myself up for the Siren Mon, so then I can activate my level sixes in the same turn, or whether I'm just trying to go as wide as possible and play as many level threes as my hand as possible. So again, Hammer Spark, I wouldn't play less than four, but it's up to you. And then my last two cards, I play two of the Kaiser Nail that we talked about. So I would like to play more Kaiser Nail. I do think this is a good card, but the one thing that makes me sleep easier at night, knowing that I'm only playing two, is the fact that it's a four cost, right? Very rarely, like it's hard for me to, even with the TK, right? That only puts me up to three. My entire turn would be dedicated to the Kaiser Nail. So dedicating my entire turn to the Kaiser Nail, just so that way I can recovery one, or I can, minus 3,000 from two Digimon or of my opponent's Digimon, or even play the Siren Mon. It's not that it's a bad move, it's just that there's better moves, right? So in my opinion, I only need to play two. There are times where it's like, man, I wish I just had one more level five where another Kaiser Nail probably really, really would have helped me. But I think I'm gonna stick with this. So this is the deck, guys, that I will be playing in the Sunday tournament posted by the official Digimon TCG, the Top Cuts event on Sunday. So this is being recorded in the Saturday night prior to. So wish me luck. Obviously, for those watching this after, shoot me a message or whatever, and I'll let you know how I did. But I'm really, really looking forward to this because it seems to be able to stop the threats of Omnimon. It seems like it can stop Rookie Rush. There are weaknesses to the deck. Weaknesses being consistency, right? With any deck, sometimes not having a level three, which means I can't draw from my level twos, can be really, really frustrating. Sometimes not having the Leo Mons, getting extra memory can be frustrating. And I've actually noticed that. I wish I had some more level five sometime. There's some times where I'm flooded, and there's some times where I just can't get any level fives and I can't get my effects going. So That's my deck, guys. Blue and yellow. Let me know what you think. Thanks.